But I need to use that because I need to get rid of his Trundle. So that's his third Trundle. So that'd be that's just like he could actually still use like what would that would have been an endure. Fuck you, Snapvine. Hello, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again with another deck for you today. Actually, another viewer deck. Another viewer, which I called him Kiddo. I have their username here because I can never say the first bit of their username, but Kiddo is the bit that I do get. This is actually a deck that I played against, which they played against me, and I was like, yes, I want to see what that deck is. So let's get into it. It is a deck that involves the Tri-Beam Improbulator. So let's get into it. So I've called the deck Mission Improbulable. Mission Improbulables. Anyway, let's get into it. Right, so the whole way that this deck works, see most things, so Tri-Beam is such an amazing card in terms of the fact that it keeps giving you a card with it damage, and then also a card on the board like a follower. But the thing with it is that every single time you're starting from square one, the way that this deck works, which makes it that slight bit better, is the fact that there's so many different free costs in it that you start leveling it up, but then you make a counterfeit copy of the one that's improved, and then every single one of those, when you're drawing those from your deck, they're already, rather than being a deal 1 damage and summon a 1 cost unit, they start being better as you start like increasing their damage, obviously. So some of these things, so even Pocket Aces or Walden, they normally would cost 1 less, but you kind of actually want them to cost the full 3 if you've got that in hand, so that you are actually increasing that, which hit that, and then, as I said, counterfeit copies to get more of them in hand. It works really well, this deck, because of the fact that you've got things like Jerry Rig and the Chompers. So because there's the discard cards here, as well as the fact that you can discard cards from pick a card, like if you don't play them. There's certain things that actually work really well with discard factor, as well as the fact that obviously you're trying to get to those free cost cards on trying to find the Tri-Beam Improbulator. So the way that you are trying to mulligan this is you definitely want to have a Tri-Beam Improbulator in hand, and if you don't, then you want to be trying to find that as quickly as possible. And there is many draw cards within this. The only problem with cards like Pull Shark or Pick a Card is that sometimes your Tri-Beam can be in the fleeting, and so you really need to try and do something quick to get that, to make it usable, because you want to try and get that off. But once you start leveling up your Tri-Beam and putting the copies in the deck, that's when you can start having fun. And even with the discard stuff, you can actually start discarding, if you've got one which is not improved, you can start discarding the lower ones, and then every single time you're just drawing the big man ones. That's how the deck kind of works. Twisted Fate works well in this deck because there's quite a lot of draw, but as well as he can help you draw trying to get into that. So actually, Twisted Fate is not actually the main man of this deck, in terms of the fact that you don't really mind whether or not he levels or not. He's more in there just for draw and for getting yourself out of different circumstances in terms of red card or yellow card, but most of the time you'll be using blue card trying to get the draw. He also works really well because obviously if you can because with the quick attack, if you can put a Pocket Aces on him, or actually no, just Pocket Aces, and there's no suit up in this deck, it can be quite good. And Progress Day for just even more draw. Progress Day actually works really well with Tri-Beam, because if you can hit a Tri-Beam actually starts leveling itself up, which makes it even better. But yeah, this whole deck is based around that. It's just leveling up Tri-Beam and then making copies of the leveled up version to put into the deck. So it is devastating. I was beaten by this deck a few times by Kiddo. Really good deck. Really good deck builder as well, Kiddo. I do apologise that I can never say your first name right, but I said the username will appear again. Anyway, quick social media time. I do apologise for the shameless plug, but Twitch, Twitter and Instagram, active on all of them. Instagram less so, but definitely the other two. Yes, I do stream on Mondays and Wednesdays. That will be upping very soon in October. That will be upping that stream schedule, so please feel free to head on over there and catch the action live. Play me with some decks that I might end up getting in touch with you and being, can I make a video on that please? But if not, do not worry about it. Just playing for fun, or just being in the audience just to watch as the mayhem ensues. Anyway, it's all good. I do actually have a goal of either reaching 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the year, or 1,000 followers on Twitch by the end of the year. If you want to help with that, please feel free to. If I hit both of them, obviously I'm going to have to do something. I've got no idea what the hell I'm going to do yet, but I will work that out. But if you want to help this weird curly head mustachioed man, if you're enjoying the content and want to see more of it, please feel free to follow or subscribe, and I will be, like, you know, active regardless. This is just options, as well as the fact there's a Discord down below where if you want to get involved in the LAN Up Discord, we have a movie night and a games night in there. So it's all about building a community of like-minded people all having fun and games together. That's the plan. That's the vision that I see going forward. If you want to be a part of that vision, please feel free to do all the things, but do not feel forced to do any of the things, because I never like anyone feeling forced. Anyway, let's get into a few matches and see how this deck does. Let's do this. Trundle with with Noxus. I'm expecting a lot of overwhelm. From this deck. Okay. So we've already got a Tri-Beam in hand. I'm actually gonna get rid of you. I might actually keep Twisted here. I want to keep that just in case we get a Dredger, so that we can just discard that and level up. Not gonna lie, I mean, to be fair, once you play one Twisted Fate, the other one becomes a free cost, so that's fine. Big part is like, do I just use this? Seeing as we've got the level up in hand, might as well just use that. Not the best card to get out of this, but could be worse. Next turn, if he goes for building board, admittedly we can at least throw that out, but we are in avalanche territory. I mean, I could just static, but is it really worth the static? I'll leave it. And go with, oh no, we still can't even throw Twisted out. Throw this out. This actually can't be, like, he can't avalanche that, so that's fine. Next turn, Twisted into red card. I mean, it gives him draw. Maybe that's not the best move. Twisted into giving us draw, because then we can get draw off of that, as well as leveling that up. I wish I actually had a what's his face, counterfeit copy, so I can actually start putting copies of that in the deck. Sadly, I do not. Do we throw strong arm back in the deck? I feel like we should throw strong arm back in the deck. I might end up regretting that. I feel like I throw strong arm back in the deck. I feel like we're near avalanche territory. I mean, I could have gone for an attack forward, because there's not much. I mean, the only things that could be a problem is like Fury of the North. He can no longer use Fury of the North, and he can no longer use what's his face. I want to still keep this back. Maybe Troll Chant, actually. Troll Chant is still for 2, so maybe I actually should have kept Twisted back in case it's a Troll Chant. This is up to 4. I really am hoping to find counterfeit copies soon. I need to find counterfeit copies soon. But, you know, Troll Chant was the only thing I risked there. Okay. So, potentially throwing out the Investigator. Right. Throwing out Investigator. There we go. At least we found that. So, where's our best moves here? So, put him in front of that. That in front of that. It does mean giving him draw, sadly, which is like obviously a problem. But we haven't got anything that we can discard to put in elsewhere. We could technically throw pocket aces on top of this to try and kill Trundle, but I feel like there's. I mean, I could do that move, but my main move that I wanted to do was throwing counterfeit copies and then throwing one of these guys out for a little bit extra draw next turn to level up Twisted. I mean, I guess I got Rummage. Okay, fine, fuck it. We'll go with the move of trying to kill Trundle and see how it goes. I feel like the Troll Chant comes out here. Okay. I mean, to be fair, if he had Troll Chant, he'd probably used it last turn to kill Twisted as well, so. Okay, so we could either use you, or I could start shuffling some more of those into the deck right now. I don't, but 4, widget 4, dealing 4 is still, it's okay, it's getting there. we need to start getting something in there where there's a chance of it. So you can actually use putting Twisted Fate back in the deck. This also actually, so we can level Twisted this turn if we either use static. But actually, which I'm gonna go with that. Gonna go with that more to level up this. I like that move more. I'm actually also gonna throw that out. It does mean that we've got more. It does mean that we've got more fleeting, which is gonna be problematic. Potentially avalanche. Is it not gonna be an avalanche right now? I feel like avalanche drops. I feel like avalanche drops. Which admittedly, I mean, I do have the mana to be able to technically level up Twisted Fate. If worst come to the worst, I still have the way of leveling him. But there we go. So we've leveled, plus we do have one copy of the improved version already in hand. We can then throw that forward. Got Twisted, so we're going to lose one. Oh shit! So we've got one of the like lesser copies. We've got one of the main man copies, and yeah, that's fine. So what we can do is use you to okay. So okay, so we can do that. See, we can use burst speed on you guys. We could then get another burst on the leveled up version again, which then just means that the stun comes out as well. So right now the stun comes out, so we kill those two, that dies, and also the stun. He does get a lot of draw out of this, and then potentially even overdraws, but yeah, no, that stuns that. Gives him a lot of draw, which admittedly is not the best thing. You never want to give people too much draw, but it also means that we've got the mana to be able to use this one. So I'm happy with that, because we kill the regenerate in overwhelm, as well as getting something out of it. Sadly, we do lose a Twisted Fate. We do lose a Twisted Fate, which is upsetting, but he knew the risks. He knew the risks. So next turn he throws out the pillar. Yeah, next turn he throws out pillar. I only need you to be one. I only need you to be one more. I only need you to be one more. Which technically, I guess I pocket I pocket ace. I pocket ace you, which gives you 6, which does mean I can't, because of the blue card. It was a burst speed spell that I was actually going to go into. Which crit that speed? Actually, no. Wait. Does that still count as me? Because that was only burst speed. That's upsetting. I was gonna burst speed into using that, so that if he, because it would have stopped. It would have stopped that, is what the idea was. Sadly, we did not get to stop that. Very upsetting. Very upsetting. Let's do 6. So I can get 6 out of this. I said he has made that vulnerable. Potentially. So, I mean, he could always have. What's his face? He could always have. Fury. Like Battle Fury. He could have Battle Fury. And I can see Battle Fury potentially being a thing. But if he doesn't have Battle Fury, which luckily enough he didn't, or at least he didn't there, then we can go on top of that and kill that with the Tri-Beam. The Tri-Beam Improbulator, and we actually do have another Tri-Beam in hand that if we do need it, if needed, it's there. But you know, I feel like we kill Trundle here. He could actually potentially even just throw out the other ice pillar so he can just decide where things are going to go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Gives him that additional... I mean, we could actually kill this one. It turns out he's got the other Trundle in hand as well. On the plus side, at least this is dying. So, we will be taking the damage, but at least he's got less minions behind. Which is okay. We might even just have to play this, just to have something on the board. I mean, I know that this is going to be creating something on the board. We still get the minion off of that, so it's not the worst. It's just the fact that Twisted has had a lot of health done to him. But he could have he could have out of all the 6 cost cards. Of course, we get one with like terrible health. I was going to say he could still have Avalanche. No, Guillotine. Fair enough. But we have actually still killed his main man, which is nice. So, even though we've lost that, we do still have Tri-Beam. I'm really hoping we can get another one of those in hand very quickly. But you can decide where these two are going. So we've got to pick a card, which actually means that, yeah, we can very quickly try to... War Mother, of course. So, here come the big man cards. Here come the big men. Oh, that is going to become... That becomes big man next turn. I mean, we could Tri-Beam that. We could Tri-Beam that. I almost feel like the Tri-Beam does come out on that very soon. Actually, I'll just throw the Tri-Beam on it now, solid. Yeah, actually, throwing Dredger out. Throwing Dredger out just to improve that again, just to get up to 7 cost. I'm legitimately surprised he's throwing that forward. Okay, right, that's because he wants to kill that. Okay, fine. That's fine. That is fine. And that's going to Tri-Beam this, just because I just want to make sure that before he becomes big. I mean, technically, we could have technically used it on the pillar. I mean, Snapmine's not the best. I'm not going to lie. Snapmine is not the best because that means that anything that comes off of the Improbulators is going to be Snapmine. But we've started to get a lot of our I mean, this is when the ball starts rolling. When the Improbulator ball starts rolling. Right. Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight into the attack because I want to see what else he plays. But we do have flash. We do have things that can help us. He's only gonna have 1 pillar, and how many Trundle? Because we killed one of his Trundles really early on, so he's only really got 1 Trundle left, hasn't he, in this deck? I'm not saying that Trundle is his main win condition. I'm just saying that he's only got 1 Trundle left in this deck. So killing that is very nice. We can then flash to get this one out. So flash! Ha ha! He'll save the universe. Oh, so that's his last. That is his last Trundle, by the way. That is important to note that is his last Trundle. Oh, flash. I mean, also not flash. Widget progress that is devastating as well. So we can. So close. I mean, I keep forgetting. Obviously, every single one of these fingers is going to become an overgrown Snapmine. Oh, so I kind of have to use you. Sadly means getting rid of that, but it's not the worst thing to get rid of. But the sad thing is that literally every single one of these things, I don't actually get to see what they would become. But I need to use that because I need to get rid of his Trundle. So that's his 3rd Trundle. So that's just like, he could actually still use like what would that would have been an endure. Fuck you, Snapmine. Snapmine, you silly bitch. Snapmine, you've ruined everything. You've ruined everything. Oh, my neck. Oh, you know when I'm getting, when it's getting to finish, when you just get that pain in the neck from leaning back too much from the anger of what you're seeing unfold in front of your eyes. So I could actually throw down Twisted. I could throw down Twisted to stop that, or I could try Beam. I want to somehow kill all of my Snapvines, but I've got literally no way of killing all of my Snapvines. But I want to kill all of my Snapvines. Alright. Just to get rid of. I'm slowly but surely. So I can trade 2. If he goes into an attack, we could potentially trade 2 away here. So that's fine. I really need to find. I really should have actually maybe even used Progress Day, because what we really need to find is. I think we've only used 2 of our. Two of the counterfeit copies. So what we really need is the 3rd counterfeit copy. So because this has now become Big Man. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're still on 7 health. Still on 7 health. Could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. Hesitation to tell. Okay. Yeah, no, we'll take that. We'll take that. Now going to throw this forward, give us a little bit of extra draw. There we go. So, as well as more Snapvine. You know what this deck needs? More Snapvine. I mean, Snapvine is definitely one of the worst, because obviously that fills the board, so we've got nowhere to put things. Screw you, Snapvine. Snapvine actually just ruins everything so much. Just to get that extra 1 damage, so that that we're getting to kill that, I'd rather make sure that you're gonna die, because it means he's got less things on board to be able to defend himself. What are you gonna be? What are you gonna be? What are we drawing? Pick a card. Pick a card. Any card. Yep, so that's good. I mean, I might just have to use this on this just to. I mean, the problem is it just creates a Snapvine. Let's see what we could have won. Let's see what we could have won, just out of curiosity. What could we have won here? We could have won the Leviathan! You're breaking my balls, man! You're breaking my balls! You're breaking my balls. Okay, so that's actually one like the poor man versions. Right, so we can make sure that we can stop that from being a thing. So we're still going to be doing a lot of damage here, potentially. So 10 damage. We can get rid of his pillars, and actually that should be the last of his pillars now, because I said I think all of his Trundles are dead. But obviously, because he's managed to get one of these off now, like, you know, everything's going to have double attack and double health, and let's face it, he's most likely got a lot of Overwhelm. I feel like this deck runs a lot of Overwhelm. Potentially we might even see Kato and the like. So let's see how this goes. I want you to kill. Believe it or not, I want you to kill my Snapvines. I want you to kill them. Kill them all, Charles. Kill them all. But yeah, no, it's the overwhelms. It's the overwhelms where we start to see problems coming out now. So I might just have to progress day and just hope that we can find answers. Because I do still have one of these which does 5. Okay. Oh, there we go. So we're starting to get. I mean, I could have taken you off the field and put you on my side. Okay. These ones are actually starting to level up all the other ones now. So the problem is the Snapvines. It's literally the Snapvines that ruin it. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Snapvines that ruin everything. Okay. Until he plays. Okay. Yep. So both of those are out now. At least they haven't got overwhelmed. They've got great attacks and whatnot, but unless he plays pack mentality, I guess. No, we just placed another War Mothers. Yeah, that's fine. I say it's fine, it's not fine, but we'll see what was. Okay, right, so we're starting to see. So that's got the Overwhelm, significant Overwhelm, which does actually kill us. I think the winner's dead, because sadly, not even that is going to do enough damage, and we haven't got the health. Because of the slow speed, and we haven't got anything, so we can burst that up to get it that little bit more. But sadly, it's more the fact that no matter what, it becomes a snap vine. So sadly, the snap vine has ruined the game plan massively, because there's nothing we can do. Yep, because I mean he attacks forward, and the over the topness of that, we've physically got nothing that can stop the matter, which is very upsetting, because things were looking so good until the snap vine. Screw you, snap vine. Because I mean, like, when you started to get the ones that were going to be like, I mean, so we could have had a Endure and a Leviathan. Funny game. Ooh. Garen, Lux and Shen. I mean, Judgment, I feel, is in this deck. I'm trying, like, so obviously Demacia does have things to be able to level up Shen. I'm actually going to keep Jerry. I'm going to get rid of Chomp. I actually want to keep the rest of the stuff for... I mean, I just got rid of you. I actually wanted to keep Improbulator. But actually, I guess we can use that. Throw those two on the board early. Get some draw. Because I was gonna use him mainly for draw, for trying to find things for Improbulator. But I mean, just throw Rummage out on top of these two. That's not bad. That's not a bad shout. But yeah, no. So there's a lot of barrier stuff for Shen. Lux, I'm guessing, like, you know, he's going to be using Judgment, and potentially, I'm just trying to think what's in that Demacia that's like 6+. I mean, Dusk Till Dawn, or Dusk and Dawn, or whatever the hell it's called. Just going to go for an attack forward before he does anything. I mean, it's 1 damage. That's all we're getting out of that. But it was worth the one point of damage, right? Throw that out for a little bit of draw. Now that means that that's going to start leveling up the Improbulator. We already have the ability to make copies of the Improbulator, and this man's going to start working on Twisted. So, actually, it's not half bad. It's not half bad, this hand right now. It's not half bad. So I'm actually going to use you, obviously, on the flame, so that we can start deciding what we kill with Judgment. I mean, I'd like to see what he plays first as well, because that might also tip the balance on where I go here. But let's see. Just so, I mean, he's so many bubbles. I mean, Shen, once you've dropped Shen, the bubbles are going everywhere. The bubbles are going everywhere. But right now, next turn, open attack. Next turn, straight into an open attack again. Because that way, wherever he plays forward, I mean, it's most likely going to be bubbled. I feel like it's going to be Shen. I feel like it's already going to be bubbled. So just go for the draw of it. Okay. Surprise. I'm not going to lie. Much surprise. So I'm actually just going to go with that. Just going to go with just killing whatever he's got on the board. We know that he's got more things in hand, so potentially he was bubbling up Lux and Shen. But I honestly would have thought he would have dropped Shen down that turn. We could have gone for draw. Actually, draw would have been the smart plan. That was just me wanting to be greedy, just being like, yeah, making sure he's got nothing on the board. If we can, because I mean, Demacia, if he's, it depends on whether or not he's more Demacia or Ionia heavy. Okay, so he wants to go with that. That's absolutely fine. Nothing I can do about that. I'm actually just gonna go for the level. Oh, no. That's the one I want to go for, sorry. Go for the level on Twisted. Actually, Pulse Shark is probably what I should have kept rather than this, but I'm still going to play that. But significant draw next turn, plus we've got a little bit of draw in the hand. That's fine. I forgot I forgot Batman had challenge. That's fine. Lose twisted. I can still just go straight into an open attack. I could just go straight into an open attack and still cause him some problems. I'm not going to go into an open attack because I've actually got a few little options here that might be more worthwhile. But so if I can get you up to 3, but the thing is, sadly, I can't. Which is upsetting because it means that we're going to lose that one. But I can still make copies of you and put you in the deck. But before we do that, so might as well throw you out and then make copies of the 5-cost one. I feel like this is actually going really well. We've got a progress day that's probably going to be drawing into those. I mean, this could be a lot worse. This could be a lot worse. And I mean, if I really want to, I mean, like, what I can do right here is I can use you. Okay, fine. So he's now improved that. He's now improved his stats. But if his stats weren't improved, we actually had. It's a really good moves. He might have improved. He might have improved the stats, but I'd still rather that go there. Leave him on 2 health. Well, leave him on 6 health. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I mean, now that we've got an Improbulator at like 6, I mean, I feel like this is. I mean, I could even just make more copies. Sorry, 5, not 6. I mean, we could get up to 6 very quickly, or 7 even. But we've got another cop which it counterfeit copies. I mean, this is yes. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. So what I can do here is increase, because I just want that word to be a bit even across the board. You're now up to 6, so I'm actually just going to go, you know what, sod it. Throw him in there, and then see, I could kill this man, but I actually just want to kill his champion. I mean, he's actually got things that could save his champion here, because I mean, he could actually have another Shen in hand and then use the spell. But let's see. Because I mean, even if he does, he can put Shen forward, but Shen might die from the 6-cost minion that gets created. So let's see. Let us see what we get. So he can bubble Shen up. I mean, technically, he's actually got the man to potentially. Oh! I mean, that would have been better if it was you. But now Shen actually. I mean, I mean, it's great. I mean, I forgot that vulnerable is continuous. So I mean, now that is now. I mean, that draw is not bad, and now we actually can. I mean, he pulls this. Really? I mean, I was gonna say he needs to be pulling the one that's gonna kill Shen away. Yeah, he bubbles Shen up again. So he is actually really close to a level up on Shen, but that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. I could throw you in front of that, but I'm not going to on it. We're after a bit of board superiority. We can actually throw Progress Day out next turn to potentially draw into those Improbulators that we've been nurturing, or potentially, hopefully, draw one immediately. Oh, okay, no, we didn't draw one. That's very upsetting. No, we'll use that. I feel like we use you because I feel like we need a board. And we want to try and knock his mana out. That's what we want to try and do. I mean, potentially this deck also runs maybe Unyielding Spirit. So potentially you could throw an Unyielding Spirit on Batman. But whether or not he does or not, because technically he is vulnerable. They're both vulnerable. Okay, right, so increasing that damage. So I mean, he could always have shield. I mean, shield is always something that can be with, especially when he's got a Shen deck. So potentially the shield comes out to level him. It's more because yeah, riposte. Yeah, I'd rather give it a go. I'd rather give it a go at trying there. But okay, right, this is now become slightly problematic. We've still got a few tricks of the trade, and hopefully we're going to be start drawing back into those Improbulators. But okay, right, so here we go. Here's our big, here's the big man Improbulator. So we can static now, which is very nice, and obviously we do have a jerry rig that we can just play for free. Oh, Batman comes back out again, and that one's already got a shield, right? So I feel like we could kill Shen. I feel like we kill Batman with this one, or try to kill Batman. Actually, no, because if he's got a riposte, then he gets a lot of damage through on that, because technically we can't defend that because it's elusive. So if we use this and he uses riposte on Shen, it's not as bad. Actually, I guess we do actually have what's his face? Actually, no. We kill Shen. We go for the big man. We could always kill Batman later. Batman does have there we go. There's the riposte. There's the riposte. So, you think that you can save your ninja? You didn't understand that there was a static involved in the background, did you? Right, so there we go. So we can actually kill Shen, get something good on the board. Oh, that's it. That's just... the horse. Vulnerable, and then also that on top of it. I mean, he's going to be doing a lot of damage to us. Yeah, I was going to say, like, he definitely keeps back that. So he has done a lot. I'm not going to lie. That's scary times. We need to start dealing with those. So the fact this has got scouts, so we can attack again. Potentially a quick attack, or what would you mean? It still dies, but obviously it is a nuisance. So we could potentially, because we want to be trying to find answers here. So actually get rid of the discard one. Not the Improbulator I was looking for, if I'm going to be honest. But okay, let's see what we can get off of you. Not exactly, again, not what I was after, but we're gonna see. So I need to kill this. That's like what I need to kill. But obviously, if he's still got barrier and shield stuff, that's where my problem comes in. I was really expecting to just go all in on Batman right now, because Batman's like the one who's gonna save his life, in all honesty. So yeah, I was honestly expecting to put more into that. Okay, so we can target this. It's both Batmen. Both Batmen is where our problem is. So okay, so we can get that up to 4 damage. Shit, again, steel doesn't cover. It's upsetting actually. So that would use up all of us, but that might actually, I feel like that's actually going to be our better move. Right, actually, let's just use it now. So we can do 3 damage here, 2 damage there, and 1 damage there. And the 1 damage there means that we can throw one of these 2 forward into it. He's not got the mana to be able to elude, like he's not got the mana to be able to barrier or anything anymore, and he's only got a few cards left in his hand. That's not saying that he's not got another Batman, but if he's got another Batman, we do actually have a counter to it. So this actually gives us our best possible chance right now of victory is through this. And then obviously, because this has still got, I mean, we got very lucky with that vulnerable hit, didn't we? But yeah, no, so we can do that, and then we could even throw you out as well, but I feel like he's going to defend potentially both of these, because he has to, almost. There we go. And now we do have the Improbulator back, so if he does throw out another Batman, we can kill Batman. I keep calling him Batman. I mean, he's not Batman, but he is Batman. I mean, I feel like we're okay here. I feel like this is actually, this. Oh, even better, the improved. Okay. I mean, I feel like I really want to use this at one point, just so we can get the draw, or potentially even use you for the draw that I could get off of you. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that because it allows us to use still another 2 if we need it. Plus, I said that it's giving us a little bit of draw next turn. But I feel like this is game. I mean, he says he feels like this is game. Because I mean, we can also kill, even if we throw down Garen, we can still kill Garen. Lux is about the only one. I mean, technically, we could actually throw 2 Improbulators on top of Lux. Everywhere I go, the light, it follows. Well, it's time for the light to leave you. Yeah, so basically throwing that first, and then next we can throw that. He can't actually level up Lux because he's not got the spell mana to be able to do so. I mean, that's not the best card that we could have got out of the situation, but all we need is something that can defend, so it's not the worst. It's not the worst. And then we just throw down the Improbulator on top of that. This is fine. This is fine. I mean, he says, but that could still be a barrier. 3 mana, that could still be a barrier that he's got in hand. But if it's not, that's game. Barrier. Ooh, Fortitude, but that has now just revealed what he's got in his hand, like in terms of that's revealed hand. Scout, so we can actually just go through for an attack forward. So just open attack. Oh, what are you? What are you? Oh, yes, yes. Okay, gonna go for the attack forward immediately because it's got Scout, so we can attack forward again, just to try and force something out. Yeah, again, that's what. There we go. So we forced one of his attacks out. Come on, come on, let us finish this. I mean, I feel like it's. Oh, come on. Yes, go on. Oh, he's gonna sacrifice the Lux. What have you got? Has he got Shen? Like what? Why do you sacrifice that here? I mean, there's some sneaky plan that I'm scared about, but I really feel like I really want to use that because I really feel like I'm gonna need significant draw. I'm actually going to go with this move. I mean, I feel like there's some trickery that's at hand. Like, here's a little lesson in trickery, but I feel like this is my best move. He's got the less amount of things that could potentially help him. So, I'm surprised he sacrificed Lux. I still think that's... Who does that? So, it's probably not a spell that he's got back here. It's probably something to do with barriers, because, I mean, the only reason you would choose this over is if you had something to do with barriers in hand. But if you had something to do with barriers, why wouldn't you have barriered up Lux? Okay, it was a deny. We had to deny. Okay. So, I mean, we've got draw on top of him now. That's the good thing about using that draw card last turn, was that we actually at least have got draw to use right now. Oh, this game has got the pressure. The pressure is on. Okay, so we know everything. We know everything that you've got. We could go for the stun on top of that, or we could go for what's his face? Doing 1 damage everywhere, just to get his core down, and also to pop that bubble, so that we can kill that this turn rather than just stunning it. I mean, come on, you've got this. The end is nigh, right? The end has got to be nigh. It is nigh. Okay, I feel like I use Progress Day here. I could even potentially use Pull Shock, but we've got all the draw all the I mean, oh, the Improbulators, so improbable. I mean, come on. I mean, this has got to be victory, right? This has got to be victory. I mean, okay, throwing that out. Just to level up those Improbulators that little bit more. Yeah, I was gonna say because we could have kept this going. We could have kept this charade going as long as you want. Victory, oh, such a good game, such a good game. So yeah, that is the Mission Improbable deck. Yeah, again, thank you Kiddo for allowing me to use this to make a video. So it was Kiddo's deck. They did weird. They watched me on Twitch. We actually dueled together. They used this deck against me in dueling, and it was just such a good fun that I wanted to definitely have a video on it. If you want to duel me live on Twitch, I am live, as I said, on Mondays and Wednesdays. That schedule will be up in October. So links all down below to the Twitch, Twitter, Who Da Foos. There's also, I said, the Discord link if you want to get involved on there, which are on movie night and game night, as well as just talking in general. It's all fun and games, so why not get involved? All that's left to say is thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time here, and hopefully see you on the next one. Until then, bye! Right. I'm going to actually kill you because that gives me a card. I mean, I was hoping it... Well, shit!